Afternoon for all the participants joining from different parts of the globe. I welcome you all for another session of Infinity, uh, a simple Sunday spiritual gathering. Thank you so much for joining today. I welcome all the YouTube participants, Zoom participants, and our speaker of the day, Yash ji, and our host Rashmi. So thank you so much for joining. So friends, I think let's start off the session with Mangala ma'am's song. Good evening, Mangala ma'am. Namaste.
Thank
You.
you. Yes. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Namaste, everyone. Shall I start?
Yes, madam, please.
Avo Gurudev Darushana Dijo तुम हो जगत के दाता तुम हो जगत के दाता आवो गुरुदेव दर्शन दीजो तुम हो जगत के दाता तुम हो जगत के दाता तुम्ही हो ब्रह्मा तुम्ही हो विष्णु तुम्ही हो ब्रह्मा तुम्ही हो विष्णु तुम्ही शंकर रूपा आवो गुरुदेव दर्शन दीजो तुम हो जगत के दाता तुम हो जगत के दाता सृष्टि स्थिति लय स्वरूप तुम हो सृष्टि स्थिति लय स्वरूप तुम हो अनादि रूप तुम हो अनादि रूप आवो गुरुदेव दर्शन दीजो आवो गुरुदेव दर्शन दीजो तुम हो जगत के दाता 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 Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much for that wonderful song. Your voice is so mesmerizing. Thank you so much. So friends, let's move on to the next part of the session. So a warm welcome to everyone. So just to give a brief intro of what is this infinity session about. So the infinity is the space it's an effort we try to create a pure space for all of us where we connect every Sunday and be with ourselves with oneness. So here when you observe, we are dropping all I's in infinity, the I's which we are attached to that belongingness, with that identification with oneself, like culture, religion, or spiritual organization, or any practices. So we are all dropping all that I's and we are connected with that oneness. So ultimately, we are all the seekers of the truth, and truth is one. So we have replaced all I's with that oneness. So oneness, we are connected here in this divine space. So thank you so much for joining. So without any delay, I would like to invite Rashmi. Rashmi is joining us, is a host for today, and she's joining from North Carolina. She'll be starting the conversation with our, wonderful speaker, Yash ji. Hi, Rashmi. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, good evening, everyone. And thank you for joining us. And first of all, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Yeah, and it's a wonderful day, and we have an amazing speaker. I was blown away reading his introduction. Thank you, Yashji, for joining us today. He's a very specialized speaker or practitioner in the field of healing through the alternative healing techniques like Reiki and Kundalini Yoga. He's a transformation coach, motivational speaker. He's an advanced Kriya Yoga practitioner and a Mantra Yoga expert. And he's been having a vast experience in the field of healing and life coaching and received a lot of appreciations around the world. To list out a few, he has won the Best Vital Coach Award by My Brand Better and Masterpiece Award for the top 10 most contributing public figure for the society and India in the year 2022 by Zoom Delhi. Best International Healer Award during the COVID season. What a perfect time during 2020 and 2021 by the Everest Awards. And most recently, he has been added to the India Book of Records for holding the Padmasana yoga posture for the longest duration, 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 30 seconds. Wow. He's also very popular with his talks in various PMC channel. I know I went through your introduction, sir, and this is some of the bit I could pick up from there. I know you have a vast experience and a lot of expertise in various fields. So we will get to know more about you in this session. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time and coming here today.
Thanks. My pleasure, Rashmi. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. So, as you said, that I just got the India's award for the India Book of Records, also the Asia Book of Records 3 days ago for the same.
Oh, wow.
I applied for the different countries and I got the award from Asia also. And that's it. I'm just trying to work on the concept of scientific spirituality, especially through breath watching and through different diverse alternative therapies, but trying to composite them, make it customized to suit everyone, yet generalized enough for everyone to understand. So anything anyone would like to ask, or just let it be a free flowing thing. I always believe every question is a good question. So just feel free to ask anything you'd like to ask.
Thank you, sir. Sir, actually, your voice is not that clear.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you using a Bluetooth or something?
Yeah, I'm using the Bluetooth. Maybe I should get out of the Bluetooth. Just for a second. Yeah, just a second.
So friends, we usually do the meditation first and then get into the interactive session. But since sir has to attend to another appointment today, later today, so we will be starting with the interactive session. We will be talking to him about his journey and his practices first, and we will be doing the meditation towards the end of the session today. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank you. Is my voice audible now?
Yeah, it is much better now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so this is more of an interactive session, sir. We would like to know more about you. So we will start right from the childhood. How was your childhood, your family? Were you brought up in a spiritual?
I was born in Patna. I studied in Ranchi. I spent a lot of time in Ranchi. My college also was from Ranchi. I started my journey in meditation at a very young age. At the age of 40, at the age of 4 itself, I was starting to do meditation. So for the last 38 years, I have been meditating. And Padmasana was my favorite posture even then. Though I never knew the name Padmasana, I used to refer to it and use it as much as possible. And that habit remained with me all my life, even now. That's my favorite posture, even now. And once your asana is fixed, which means your posture is straight and stable, then your journey becomes easier. It's not that one has to go for Padmasana itself, one can go for any other asana. But whatever you do, your asana has to be stable, which means you should be relaxed and still in that asana for longer duration. And that will help you to really progress very, very good proportion in spirituality. Because then all the three fire centers of the body, which is like we know about the chakras, I don't think I have to introduce a lot, but still there are 6 chakras. So the upper 2 chakras are the 7th chakra is the Sahasrara chakra. It's sum total of all the chakras. But the remaining 6 chakras, Agya chakra, Vishuddhi chakra, cover the first fire, which is called the Devagni. Then heart chakra and the navel center chakra, called the Manipur chakra, cover the Jatragni. And the lower 2 chakras, so Ishthan chakra and Muladhara chakra, cover the Kamagni. So these 3 fire centers are the center of energy in the body, and each have a specific task. So I started to learn all this from different channels, especially from my Himalayan masters, where I started visiting since 2007. So as I said, there are different parts of the puzzle. There are different parts of the same structure. So I started from asana. I learned Ashtanga yoga, then Bhakti yoga, then healing, then Kriya yoga, then Raj yoga, then Tantra, then even a part of Aghor. So basically, my knowledge was of all the substantial philosophies of East. And then I went to West. I started working in different countries since 2016 and onwards. And I learned different kind of sports, some especially extreme sports like free diving, martial arts, kung fu, then again Kalari to it. So my knowledge became a step-by-step reformed. And every new piece of addition refined the previous addition as well. So I started seeing things from not only my perspective, but from different perspectives at the same time. So that's why we say in Hindi, ek sadh hai, sab sadh hai, sab jaye, which means we start mastering one step at a time and end up mastering all the steps rather than trying to do 2 things or 3 things at the same time.
Wow, meditation from 4 years, that is an amazing journey. So how did you, like, I know you are specialized in your healing modalities more. So
Yeah.
how did you come into that healing therapies like Reiki or Kundalini?
Yeah, I started with Reiki in 1998. By 2008, I have become a master, and then obviously a grandmaster later on. But I was doing a lot of sessions. I was doing after 18,000 hours of session, my healing energy became visible. So unlike other Reiki healers, my vibrations are visible vibrations. I don't know if I'll be able to show on the camera or not. I will try, but my vibrations can be seen as a pulse in my hand. So I'll just try. I'll just see if this camera helps.
Oh yeah, I think I can see slightly. Yes.
Yeah, it's a continuous pulse.
Okay.
And if I leave it, okay, now watch it. So I can modulate and change the rate of pulsation also. So I use this pulse to travel through my palm, and then I use my palm to project it on the forehead, on the third eye region. So this takes the human brain to the alpha state, the first healing state. So there are 3 self-healing states of the brain, alpha, theta, and delta. So I can take anybody's brain into alpha state using this vibration. And I especially use it for cancer patients, mental health, bipolar disorder, multipolar disorder, schizophrenic patients. And that's how everything moves. In fact, just now before the session, I have been doing session for a schizophrenic patient.
Okay. Yeah, while I was reading through your introduction, that is one thing which I noticed. There was a section where you're saying meditation could help cure cancer patients. So do you have any experiences to share here?
Yes. A lot of experiences. My one of the most successful cancer patient case has been there's a resort called Soneva Resort that belongs to Sonu Shabdasani, who is also the founder of Six Senses. Six Senses is one of the biggest wellness groups in the world. And this group recently they have bought the property of 1A. 1A is one of the biggest wellness center in India. Like Ananda and 1A are the biggest wellness centers in India. So 1A has been bought up by Six Senses recently. So I was working with the owner Sonu for 4 years, and I worked with him since his last stage of cancer to full recovery. From 4th stage cancer to full recovery, and they gave me testimonial also for that. So it was a journey where he was taking a lot of sessions since 2018, and now he can do gym for 1 hour. So you can imagine how much have been the transformation. And why and how it happens is that the biggest healing force in the body is your brain cells power. You have two kind of cells in the body cells and brain cells. Body cells are created, destroyed, recreated. Brain cells keep getting destroyed every hour since a baby is born. So much so that in a dead body, there are 0 brain cells. So first thing, be sure. Okay, someone is asking me a question. Many people say Reiki is not negative. Reiki, the founder principle is of Mikao Usui is about positivity in Reiki. Reiki cannot be used negatively, but the emotions and thoughts of a person can definitely be used negatively. So I'll come to that also, how you can prevent all that. So basically, your brain cells are the master cells, first of all. They are the strongest in the 9 months of pregnancy period of a child when it's in a mother's womb, and then the first year of life. First year of life. So that is 12 months. So total 21 months is the most healthy state for brain cells. So brain cells, if you notice a child in these 21 months, it's mostly in the trance state. In the pregnancy period, in very deep trance, which is called delta trance. So anybody having a question can ask me at the end of the sessions, and then I will answer all the questions, because a lot of questions will be cleared during the talk itself. So basically, so the first step is that the pregnancy period trance, which is very deep trance, it's the delta state. Then another 12 months is the deep alpha state. So in these 21 months of trance state, the brain cells are the strongest and increasing in number. So, and as brain cells start decreasing, the health starts decreasing. That's why in the first 21 months, the growth of the body and the brain is the highest. So the more healthy your brain cells are, the stronger you are in every way. If you see 2 individuals of 50 years of age, the one with more brain cells will always be more healthy. No exception. More brain cells person will always be younger, having more stillness, will have better metabolic rate, will have better sensual activities. So in every health parameter, the person with more brain cells or the animal with more brain cells will always be stronger. If you see a sample of 10 tigers, the strongest tiger will always have the highest focusing power, concentration power, relaxing power, will have the highest metabolic rate, will have the highest sensual activity. Same for the strongest lion, strongest crocodile, strongest elephant, strongest of any species, including humans. So first thing is that the strongest the brain cells, stronger you are. And in the dead body, there are 0 brain cells. So one thing is established that brain cells are the strongest and most important cells. That's why there's heart transplant, liver transplant, lung transplant, but there's no brain transplant so far because they're the most important.
Yeah.
Now, second thing is that after brain cells, once they start decreasing, they are decreasing at different rates for different individuals. For some, they are decreasing very fast, and for some, they are decreasing slowly. So the slower they decrease, the better it is for anyone. And to make them decrease slowly, the strongest force is trance. And this trance is the biggest and most important food or energy source for brain cells. And trance is medically defined as a state when you are sleepish and awake at the same time. So the state you are yeah.
State?
Yeah. So you are in trance state if you notice when you're falling asleep at night for 5 minutes and when you wake up in the morning for 5 minutes. If you notice that state, you're sleepish and awake together at that same time. So when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel immediately? You're awake, but you're sleepish. So this sleepish state is the trance state, also the meditative state. If you fall asleep, it's a dream state. When you're totally alert and awake, it's a wakeful state. But when you're having both of this, it is the yoga state or trance state or meditative state, which is depicted by Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Guru Nanak, Osho, different masters in the form of eyes half open, half closed. So this trance state is the biggest food for brain cells, and whatever induces trance is good for health. But trance through liquor or psychedelic drugs has a downer effect on the body cells, which brings bad health to the liver, lungs, and kidney, hence is not recommended.
That's wonderful, sir. Yeah, it's a beautiful explanation to that. So that brings me to the next question. Like, we are living in a time where mental health is like, it's a talk of the town. Like everybody, every age group, right from kids to teens to adults, there are a lot of mental health issues which we hear about these days. So, can you throw some light on the common challenges people face in this mental health, and how your techniques can be used for improving our mental health issues?
So basically, look, there's something called cause and there's something called effect. So what I told just now is the intrinsic, how it happens internally in the body. Now let's see the perspective from outside to inside. Most of mental health issues are coming from the environment, which is coming from the situations and especially close relationships.
Mhm.
People who are unknown to you cannot harm you as much as people who are known to you. So the first thing is communication is causing a lot of mental health issues. The kind of word selection, the kind of tonality, the kind of sensitivity and insensitivity, the kind of attachment, which can lead to jealousy and anger also. So all these emotions are making the life of every human being very difficult. And don't forget the hypocrisy angle. We want everything for ourselves, but we don't want the same thing for people whom we'd like to control. So all these emotions are causing a lot of mental health issues, which once triggered need a serious and important kind of remedy. So first is prevention, second is cure. Obviously, my work is primarily to work with cure, but a stitch on time saves 9. So prevention is also very important. So try to avoid toxic people in life. If anybody is talking in a toxic way, anyone of any gender, and you can't avoid talking to them or interacting with them, then lower down their pedestal. Give them ranking in your life. So if someone is at ranking number 1 and is talking bad, put him or her at ranking number 20. So this way you can change the rank. And this way, once you make someone go on the lower rank, please start purposefully giving less importance to them. Don't take their calls immediately. Don't reply to them immediately. If someone is calling you, doesn't mean you are bound to take the call. Your phone is made for you. You are not made for the phone. Though right now I am using my phone, but otherwise you have to prioritize your life, and positive people, how much we should be given more importance. If anyone, including your boss, is toxic, then try to think him or her as a boss, as a role. Love your job. Don't love the position. If you're attached to the position, then only pain will come to you. Jack Welch is a very famous GE. He was the head of GE, General Electric, said, I don't guarantee employment, I guarantee employability. Which means be focused on developing the skill you are learning during a job, so that if that job goes away, you still have the skill to get a similar kind of job. Then you will never be allowing the toxicity or the blackmailing of any kind from any of your office colleagues or boss to affect your personal life or professional life. Always keep improvising your skill. Your best friend in life is your skill first. Any kind of skill, trust me, is your best friend. Any human being's behavior is always changeable because God has given humans the power to change as a part of independence. So trust and focus and give time to any skill building. And skill building is not only professional. Nowadays, we are too much focused on professional skill building. We think everything in terms of money. But there's a lot of skill building, which is not money based, but gives peace to your mind, soul. Like Patriji, Brahmarshi Patriji was very fond of playing flute. So there is no money thing. It's not like, okay, there are professional flute players also, but doing it for passion or interest is a very good thing. So develop few skills which are not money based, which give you happiness in life. If you try to look towards humans for happiness, they may change. You are always, human happiness is like coffee. It's guaranteed to be there. You will always have coffee, but the cup may always change. So you will always have human happiness till you're alive, but the person through whom you are having the human happiness, which is the cup here, can always change.
Yes. And I feel in these days there is a lot of peer pressure, like the social media plays a lot of role. Kids, it's across each age group, like even adults. When you see somebody, your best friend is going on a vacation, you start feeling that anxiety. Oh, I'm not doing something in my life, and that also causes that mental issues for them.
Yes.
So how do you think meditation can help our mental and emotional intelligence? Like, how do you have you got any thoughts on that?
I strongly advocate compartmentalization, which means give a fixed amount of time every day, every week, every hour to meditation as well as social media. And be very disciplined with time management. Look, if you measure everything, everything is in terms of time. Finally, everything and every experience, be it human or non-human, will come in with reference to time. So finally, if everything comes to time, let's be very conscious about our time. So try to give a balanced amount of time to everything, including yourself. Look, self-love is first. You can't give love to others if you don't have love inside you. You can't give happiness to others if you don't have happiness inside you. And on the contrary, you can't give sadness to others if you don't have sadness inside you. So for all these things, meditation is very important. Meditation is like the baselining, like cleaning the blackboard or cleaning the whiteboard. Meditation gives you peace. Meditation will not give you happiness initially. It will give you peace. Happiness comes through energy exchange with the right kind of environment. So first step is peace. For peace, you can do everyday regular meditation. Your amount of time is not very important. Your regularity of meditation is more important. If you give 30 minutes today and 1 hour tomorrow, then not do it for 5 days, that's not good. Better to do 15 minutes every day or 10 minutes every day, but for many years. So consistency is the key. Try to do things in a consistent manner. That would help you more.
You and you were mentioning about Patriji, so I would like to know, how did you meet him and your experiences with Patriji?
Look, when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time in Himalayas. So what happened that I was not spending much time traveling. Whatever free time I used to get, I used to travel. I had to go to Himalayas to meet my masters, and I got very well trained by them. And my training was not in one aspect, it was the aspect of postures, breathing, stillness, mantras, language. So I didn't have much time like others have for a more interactive support system. But I had a lot of friends who were directly in touch with him and who spoke very well about him. And when I met Patriji's daughter, Parinta ji, recently, and when I was talking to her, I realized when she said that a lot of things I say, a lot of the common philosophies are very similar to what he said. Like I literally found everything he said 100 out of 100. Because I have been trained in Himalayas and I used to hear them. It's like edged in my brain. And whatever he said was exactly matching the mark. Not even 1 point here or there. His standards were very high. But what's his actual greatness is he could imbibe such high standards in the masses. Here is the point where even Himalayan masters I find are very limited. It's not easy to imbibe such properties in masses, because masses don't like to make their life too standardized, too disciplined. So that's what's his contribution, that without diluting the effect, he has talked very well about all the important topics. So that's what I say, the big contribution. I have not known any other spiritual master who has done that so well in India. and obviously the whole world, but especially in India, the kind of contribution he has done is phenomenal. Like I can't even explain the level. I have very high gratitude towards him.
Yeah, and he empowers everyone. It is not
Yeah.
just he teaching
Yeah.
or he's giving the meditation. He empowered everyone to do the same, like take meditation to the masses. That was a message given to everyone, and we are all trying to do the same here.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks to Patriji for that.
Yeah.
And you being an international motivational speaker. Um, and you have spoken in various countries and various conferences and all that. So what kind of message do you convey in such gatherings, like to the people who are attending all those meetings?
Look, basically what happens, everyone I met and different culture, you have to understand this cultural difference in different parts of the world. Like for Indians are primarily upper chakras based. This is our advantage. Contemplation, meditation, emotional understanding, high EQ. This is very natural for us. We can develop in this field so fast, which no Westerner can actually match. On the contrary, our lower chakras are very weak. That's why most Indians you will see after the age of 55 or 60 will have knee problems, lower back problems. So we have to focus on the balanced growth. Balance is the key for life. That's why heart chakra is so important. So for balanced growth, you have to focus on, Indians have to focus on the upper chakras as well as lower chakras. On the contrary, Westerners focus mostly on the lower chakras. They're very focused on a healthy body, beautiful body, very focused on a sensual life, very focused on sports and physical activities. But their emotional quotient is not as intricate and as subtle as Indians have, or I would say Asians have it. So their challenge is that they have to give much more effort on the upper chakras and have the base in lower chakras, and we are in the reverse situation compared to them. We are more stronger in the upper chakras and have our own challenges in the lower chakras. So
thank you, sir. Yeah, that was wonderful. I would like to invite Sirisha, our co-host. She also has a couple of questions for you.
sure,
Hi,
sure.
Sirisha.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you, ESG.
Namaste.
Namaste. It's so wonderful, hearing from you, sir. So just to continue the flow, like you are involved in a lot of government programs, like Talimo
Yes.
Tarbiyat.
Yeah.
So how it has helped in supporting socially unprivileged?
Look, these are Talim or Tarbiyat is a social development program, especially to empower the Muslims. It started to empower the Muslims who are in the lower strata of the society, financial special, and then it went on to imbibe even other communities also, including Hindus and also Christians. So primarily, we have we have tried to work for the underprivileged. It's totally a program for the underprivileged and individuals who don't have dreams. So individuals who don't have that consciousness of the horizon, we are trying to give the dreams to them. So in that particular program, there are other prominent speakers, especially from the financial and banking institutions. But also, I was covering the mental health. So I was more for the holistic counseling and mental health aspect. And I got a chance, an opportunity to work with a lot of youngsters there. A lot of youngsters, and I was obviously using shairi also. And I don't think people have seen that part of me here, but a lot of poetry, shairi, deep contemplative messages. We call it subtle communication programming, apart from mind training. Not so much on breath watching, which is my favorite. What connects me a lot with PSSM and PMC also is breath watching. I'm a big brand ambassador of supporting breath watching. And though my practice is Kriya Yoga based, which is serpent breathing and Kundalini and mantra, tantra pro practices, but breath watching is the key. You have to do breath watching for good health and spiritual growth. You can't have an exception. So, but in Talim or Tarbiyat, I included breath watching, definitely, but also the communication training, that the kind of words you used. Like one of the principles of that was, don't use negative words. If you have to use a negative word, replace with a non-positive word. So like, for example, darkness is a negative word. Not light is a positive word. Light is a positive word. Not light is a non-positive word. Sadness is a negative word. Not happy is a non-positive word. And happy is a positive word. Angry is a negative word. Peaceful is a positive word. Not peaceful, which means again angry, is a non-positive word. So replace every negative word with a non-positive word. So this way, why we do this? Because human brain cannot process the word no. You say happy, it goes on happy. You say sad, it goes on sad. But when you say not happy, it again goes on happy. So it cannot
True.
process no independently. It has to go on the reference point. So that's why this is one of the principles we use in Talim or Tarbiyat, that try to, because in communities, when especially when the population is more, when there are no more people around you, in families, in office, everybody is having their baggage of sadness and happiness. And generally the sadness baggage will be bigger than the happiness baggage. So try not to poke anyone by shifting every negative word by a non-positive word. Look, please understand the difference between mathematics and spiritual mathematics is slightly different. In mathematics, +5 - 3 is +2. But in spiritual mathematics, +5 is also entirely yours, -3 is also entirely yours. You can't just balance it out and say your balance is +2. No. You have entire +5 and entire -3. So everyone will have an entire positive baggage and an entire negative baggage also. And that will be only provoked when you use negative words. So don't use negative words, then you will not provoke them.
Awesome. Beautiful, sir. Beautifully said. Wonderful. So,
I'll give,
so
yeah. I'll give
I
another
have,
example on this. Like suppose someone is dipped in petrol and you put a lighted matchstick, then the person will catch fire. But if they're not dipped in petrol, how many lighted matchsticks you throw on them, nothing will happen. So people react to negative words also because they have a lot of negative baggage inside them. So that's why we all need to work on our own self also to remove the negative baggage and increase the positive baggage.
yeah, sure, definitely. And that's where the meditation actually comes into picture, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well said. I have one question, like you're being an international healer, and you have actually having the award during, I mean, you got awarded during the COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
And so what kind of contributions, or what are the challenge in that challenging time? What is your contributions, to the people you are healing? Like, how did you made that difference?
Look, I was during the 2020 COVID time, I was not in India much. I was mostly in Maldives. I was there, especially working with, I was first of all stuck up in Maldives in a way. So I went there on assignment and then the COVID was declared. So all the countries sealed the border, and I was there in Maldives for 6.5 months continuously. And then I came back to India. But in 2021, I was fully working in India, especially around NCR, visiting clinics and working with patients who have COVID. So first of all, when someone was getting COVID, mostly the image was that, okay, because of this person, everyone else will get COVID and they were neglecting him or her or trying to remove them from life. So I purposefully met COVID patients who have declared to be COVID, went to them, did healing sessions for them to make them enter the trance state to increase their immunity power. So this was my direct sessions, which is my prime work. And then apart from direct sessions was my communicative speeches to gatherings, which were obviously sanitized and not COVID affected, especially through video calls and online platforms. So direct sessions and online platforms, I was using it very, very strongly, vehemently to work for the COVID patients during that time, as well as the people who don't have COVID as a preventive measure to understand what is happening. Because understand any kind of immunity gets affected by your mental state. So again, from the mental health perspective, which is a healing perspective, I was explaining to people how your mind works, how it can pick up thoughts, words, body language, how the subliminal programming works to help them improve.
Great. So when we are doing these healing sessions directly through the COVID people, So when you're doing healing session, won't you take their negative energy also, and how will you deal with that to get rid
Look,
of the
that's a artistic approach to healing. If you see scientifically, what is a healer doing? At least what I am doing. I am not taking their negativity or like that. What I'm doing is obviously the immediate emotional response they give is negative, but
Mhm.
I am not trying to take their negativity. I am first of all getting a shock from them, a negative shock, negative emotional shock. I am bearing that shock and then using vibrations to activate their brain cells. And once their brain cells are activated, they will solve the problem. Look, nobody does the healing. Every medicine is only working to improve the communication between the body cells and brain cells. Healing is always done by your own brain cells because everything else is taken as an external agent. So no medicine directly does the healing. Every medicine activates the brain cells, which does the healing. So as a healer, I am activating the brain cells of that particular person or the group through motivational speech to activate their own brain cells, which do the healing. So I am more like a catalyst or a medium. So it's not that I'm taking negativity, but yes, when I start talking to a person who's in stress, handling them for the first 10 minutes is a big negativity because they're like a person who's getting drowned in water. So initially they're helpless and they'll be desperate to seek and come out of the state. So they will be impatient and very, very strong in their raw emotional reaction. So I go through it and just I try to come out of that.
Awesome. Great. Great,
Look,
sir.
it's all about brain cells. All this healing thing in scientific spirituality is about, I like to talk scientific because what is happening in India, especially for many thousands of years, we have talked spirituality in terms of abstract sciences, abstract words, faith. And Patriji in his own capacity and me myself in my own capacity, I'm trying to bring people slowly to the spirituality, scientific spirituality. So I want to explain what happens in healing. That's why Patriji never openly recommended healing. Because when you use the word healing, you are imagining something non-scientific, which is not the case. And I am also speaker for Indian Medical Association, Indian Fertility Society. So I want to give people a message through this channel also that please understand healing is not a magic thing. Healing is primarily activating the brain cells of the person who has to get healed in one line. That's it, what's happening in healing. You can do it through music, you can do it through your behavior, you can do it through energy exchange also. There can be various methods of activating the brain cells of a person. But finally, the brain cells have to get activated through trance energy. So food for brain cells is trance and food for body is brain cells. Take it in this way. Body needs brain cells to heal. Brain cells need trance to heal. And if you get it in any way possible, it's good.
Awesome. Beautiful, sir. So if we have time, I don't know, we'll not be having time or not, but we would like to actually feel that, state, where you can guide us.
So, maybe I
Okay.
can next time do a direct program and I can do sessions, a 5-minute session for everyone who is there. But if there are 50 people, I will need 250 minutes.
Yeah, true. Correct. Thank you, sir. So I would like to know, like, what are your future projects and initiatives you're working on
Look, I'm
currently?
already working with CAD, Cause Against Drunken Driving, as one of the brand ambassadors. I'm already working with PSSM already. I do some workshops and programs whenever I come to Hyderabad. I'm working with many hospitals and clinics. Now, formally, I'm working with IFS, Indian Fertility Society, Indian Medical Association. Uh, you just reminded me that I have to finish a assignment and give it to them tonight. So I'm now working as a speaker. I'm doing a lot of radio shows and programs also. Plus, I'm doing my own sessions for my own clients and spiritual workshops all over the world. Plus, body training, mind training, Kundalini workshop. So I try to learn and I try to teach also. I don't want to keep things to myself because the more people will learn, the more they improvise. So a lot of projects. I'm also working with, as I said, Talimo Tarbiyat as a speaker. So there are many agencies: CAD, Talimo Tarbiyat, PSSM, IMA, and then obviously IFS. So these 4 5 are definitely there. Plus more are coming up. So let's see. I'm trying to do time management. What I'm just now saying.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So wonderful, sir. So by doing all this, how will you maintain your mental and spiritual well-being in this busy schedule?
Look, I am very focused on my own sadhana. I do 7 hours sadhana every day.
Wow.
7 hour 1 minute is fixed. I don't start my day unless I have finished my own practice, which is a practice of meditation, breath watching, obviously, Kriya Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Tantra, martial arts, Atmaraksha, Maramkala. So this is all a composite type of things, and I revise nearly everything, unless it's a too hectic traveling where I'm traveling for more than 12 hours. I mostly try to be strict on this regime, and I have to recharge myself, because when I talk to patients who are in distress, I definitely feel the emotional drain, but
Correct.
I
Yeah.
recharge also very fast.
Wow.
Balance.
True. Awesome. I mean, being 7 hours spending with yourself is like, wow, yeah, definitely needed, right? Because you are in contact with so many people across. Yeah, wow. So lastly, we would like to know about your what is this recent book record award on Padmasana.
Yeah, that was look. Padmasana is a difficult posture to start at later ages. It can cause kneecap injury, so that's not a very recommended thing to start at later ages. I have been doing it since a very young age, as I said. So generally, I'm very strict with time management. So first of all, whatever time I end the day, I start the day after 6 7 hours of sleep. I can sleep very less and be functional. Like I can be functional even for 48 hours without sleep, but generally I don't do that. So once I if I sleep at 11, I try to sleep early, like 10 o'clock, and start my day at 6 o'clock. But if I sleep at 11 o'clock, I'll start my day at 7 o'clock, and like that, vice versa. So it's like again like a compounding, basically dividing time in compartments. And for Padmasan, I practiced again. I would do it every day. I just came to know on 17th April that I have broken the India's record by some margin. So I just next day booked a studio and did it officially under camera and all, and that's it. For me, it was not like a preparation. And and to be frank, now I'm doing much more than that. Like much more than what I did in the. But once I break it officially, then only I'll mention the exact amount of time I'm doing it. But I've improvised and worked on my capacity a lot.
Sure. Wow, awesome, sir. So lastly, we would like to know like what is your takeaway for our audience regarding meditation and spiritual science?
Just consistency. It's not about your time, amount of time. It's just doing it every day, and make a cycle of 40 days. Even if you do it for 2 minutes every day, do it for 40 days. You will see a difference.
Correct. Mm.
Instead of doing 5 minutes few days, do 2 minutes every day, but try to touch 40 days. That makes a huge difference. Otherwise, 21 days is also good.
To habituate our brain to
Yeah.
sit for that time. Awesome. Perfect, sir. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
initially habit is very important.
Correct. Awesome. Wonderful, sir. We would like to speak more, we would like to know more from you, but I would like to open questions
Yeah,
for
sure.
audience. So friends, if you have any questions, raise your hand or, type it in the chat. We
Yeah, you
can
can
take,
type in chat also. I'll directly answer.
yes. Or you can raise your hand so we can unmute you. We can ask the questions directly. And, this is like a, super speaker with us. Like, please take the opportunity. I would say grab the opportunity and ask what all you.
Otherwise, you can later on also write to me on Instagram. My name is Yash Shekhar, YASH, then Shekhar, SHEKHAR. And on Instagram, it's yashshekhar.in. So it's like YASH, then again SHEKHAR.in. And you can write me questions there also.
So while we are waiting for the questions, I'm joining from US, and we are actually having pyramids coming to US. Like there are
Wow.
couple of projects happening here. So there is a mega Omega pyramid coming in Dallas, and we have
Congratulations.
Sharma sir. Thank you, sir. And we have Sharma sir, who's leading that project, joining us today. So I would love to hear from him also. Sharma sir, can you come online? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you,
Hi.
Rashmi. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank all the great session today. So as Rashmi said, so we are we are building mega pyramid, Omega pyramid in Dallas area. So means you have great. Your travel with Patriji and the PSSM platform and all the experience. You have great experience and great journey with PSSM and Patriji. So we would like to take your guidance. Means you wanted to hear your experience and all the advices you have. Omega pyramid.
Sure. Whenever we have the right time composite, time stamp, and the time available, I'm okay to come on the platform and do the talk shows. Normally, I'm working with a lot of hospitals and clinics, so I'm always short of time. But if you allow me like smaller time zones, like I can't do every time 1.5 hour program, but like for 45 minutes or 1 hour, I can come and do a program, and you can ask me any question, and I'll try to answer it with scientific, spiritual perspective. What Patriji's philosophy has been primarily about.
Sure, sir. So for this Omega pyramid, we already bought the land and we are working on the next steps. So currently we are doing this 108 days of meditation with 108 masters.
Wow.
It is. I mean, it will be in India time 3:40 to 50 minutes basically.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you are able to give 1 day time for us, so we would like to invite.
You just take my number. I'll just send my number.
Yeah.
Or Instagram, whatever. You can just note it down. It's 99905455195. So you can just send me the invite and the time and date, and I will directly get in touch with you. In fact, anybody can reach me on that if they have a question about anything.
Yeah, I will take your number from Rashmi.
Yeah, you
if
can
you would
take
like.
my number from Rashmi. And one question someone is writing about the kind of food like onion and garlic. So this food primarily activates the lower chakras, and primarily one should first work with upper chakras and then with lower chakras. So I recommend them to first not eat garlic and onion and first focus on upper chakras. Once they are developed and you feel strong enough, it's your choice then after that. You can take the number from Rashmi and you can directly get in touch with me for any invite and anything, and we can see what's possible. Definitely, I would like to help.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharma sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharma sir.
Over to you, Sirisha.
Yeah, I don't see any more questions.
So that's good. That's a nice thing. That means people understood the points.
Yeah, we definitely want to have a practical session from you, sir, because your vibes are so great, the way you speak, the way you connect, the words you are using, it's like very connecting, right?
You can directly, I just told my number, it's 99905455195. Anyone listening to me right now can send me a direct message, and any question, I will just try to answer there.
Great. Thank you, sir. So, thank you. So somebody is asking, can we do meditation with Sugor? What is
I
this?
can do for 5 minutes right now if you want.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. That's what I think.
That's for 10 minutes because I have to leave at 6:30 and I have to join somewhere at 7 o'clock. And I have to travel and
We
go
will
to
bring
that.
you back, sir. We will definitely bring you back.
Yeah.
I mean, our platform is about spiritual science, so we would definitely bring you back for more sessions.
Sure.
Yeah. And somebody is asking for the number. I think we'll share it in the chat later.
Share the number. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should I write? I think if you're the best person to write my number there. I'm just repeating it once more. 999. Okay, let me type it. 99905454195. Though I also prefer Instagram because many countries I'm visiting don't allow WhatsApp. So if WhatsApp is not working, then you can write to me on Instagram, on my Instagram ID. It's yashshekhar.in. Otherwise, WhatsApp I've given already.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk to you for hours, I think, with your expertise in different modalities of healing and different areas. We can talk to you for hours, but we know you have to leave. So thank you so much for talking with us, and it was a pleasure having you.
Yeah, my pleasure too. My pleasure
Yeah,
too. And I wish you all very good. And I just wish that you guys keep growing and anything. Always remember everything. Every saint had a past. Every sinner has a future. So whichever stage of life you are, growth is always possible. It's like, and fire always moves up. So mostly it's energy like even water moves from top to bottom, but fire goes from bottom to top. So always you can grow. It's not difficult. If you practice, you can always grow. Don't worry, just keep practicing. And that's what I would say.
Thank you, sir. Very inspiring words. So do we have 5-10 minutes, Rashmi, or
Yeah.
shall? Okay, so let's do that, sir, then.
Yeah, and I wish him very good. The gentleman who just talked to me for his 180 feet by 180 feet pyramid, and I wish him a very, good wishes to him. He's doing a great work, and it will benefit everyone. I hope, especially for Indians who visit that place, it's a good home for them.
Yes.
Yeah, there are multiple projects. Even one is happening in the area where we are living, Raleigh, North Carolina. There also a pyramid project is coming. So pyramids are coming all over the world. Just like Patriji envisioned, it is going to be a pyramid Jagath.
It's you see what is happening. Everyone is basically growing. That when growth starts, you see, Patriji will be so happy watching from wherever he is. That his work has spread up so much, and people are doing it with so much of energy, hope, passion, connecting to everyone. I'm not seeing this purity and energy in other organizations as well as it is in PSSM. So great congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see you soon in another session. Definitely, we'll be calling you back. And we would love to meditate under your guidance. We missed the chance today, unfortunately. Yeah, so we will conduct the meditation for everyone. Our normal breath observation like Ana-Pana meditation we'll be doing. So thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure. Take care.
Thank you
so much.
So friends, we will start a 30-minute meditation today. I know you all are familiar with the procedure, so we can sit in a very comfortable posture. Also wearing specs, we can remove the specs now. Relax your body. Take a moment or two to relax your body completely. And slowly and gently close your eyes. Friends, meditation is just a happening. We are not doing anything deliberately in meditation. We are just observing what happens. Slowly bring your awareness to your normal, natural breath. Breath is a happening. We are not doing anything. The breath is just happening. And in this meditation, we are just observing this grand happening. Just be a witness to the breath. Be an observer to your normal and natural breath. We will have a light music playing in the background just to keep you in this state. Let the normal breath happen. Control it. Don't manipulate it. Just be an observer to the normal, natural breath. Observing our breath allows us to be in the present moment. So friends, enjoy being in the now and keep observing your breath. Keep witnessing your each and every breath. every breath is a beautiful happening. Soak in all the energies when you inhale and relax when you exhale. Keep observing your normal, natural breath. Be with your breath, friends. Last 5 minutes. Be with your breath. Right, friends, last 1 minute. Slowly come back. Bring your awareness to your body. Gently unclasp your fingers. Your time and space. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining the meditation. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sirisha.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you for beautiful guidance, guiding the meditation. Thank you. So, friends, thank you all for joining today. We have come to an end of the session. I would like to take this opportunity to thank, all our volunteers who are working behind the screen to get these amazing, speakers every week, right? So I thank PLN Sharma for this. And I will also thank our organizing partners, Shambhala team, IFSS from India, Meditation Magic from USA, Breath Universe from Australia, Beam from Germany, and PMC English. And also I would like to thank specially Sharma sir of Omega Pyramid Community for supporting and sponsoring this program. Thank you all, friends, for joining. So we'll see you next week with the amazing speaker. Stay connected with us. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.